Have you ever stood in your kitchen, a warm slice of bread in hand, and silently wondered, can I even eat this anymore? Especially for seniors, particularly those with diabetes, bread becomes a source of doubt, even fear. Something once comforting now carries the weight of uncertain anxiety. We're constantly reminded, avoid carbs, bread is bad, pastries are worse. So, we relinquish what we love, believing it's the only way to safeguard our health. But is that the whole story? Are there delicious, familiar breads, readily found in any grocery store, that can actually support blood sugar instead of spiking it? Could the right slice of bread become a source of healing, not harm? In this video, we'll explore 5 sweet and popular bread types that are not only safe for seniors with diabetes, but also powerfully supportive of stable blood sugar, better digestion, and sustained energy. And we'll delve into which breads to be cautious of, even if they appear harmless on the shelf. This isn't just about bread. It's about reclaiming joy, tradition, and trust in your food. Ready to take that first bite? Let's begin. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I highly recommend hitting that subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so you don't miss any health tips tailored just for you. If you're enjoying this video, comment number 1. If not, comment 0 to let me know how I can create better content for you. 1. Sprouted grain bread. Ancient wisdom, modern power. There's a quiet wisdom in sprouted grain bread, a wisdom that speaks to the aging body and to the soul that remembers the past. At first glance, this bread might seem dense, unfamiliar, even rough compared to the soft, white slices many of us grew up with. But behind that rustic texture lies something rare in today's world: food that respects you. Sprouted grain bread isn't made from refined flour, but from whole grains that have been allowed to sprout or begin to germinate before being milled and baked. This seemingly small change, allowing the grain to come alive, unlocks an astonishing transformation. It lowers the glycemic index of the bread, meaning it won't spike your blood sugar like regular bread. It also boosts the nutritional value of the grains, increasing the bioavailability of vital vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, nutrients your body can actually absorb and utilize. For seniors with diabetes, this isn't just a dietary benefit, it's a shift towards something healing. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive, more selective. Digestion slows, blood sugar responses change, and we can no longer eat with the same abandon as before. Sprouted bread emerges not as a compromise, but as a support system. It's higher in fiber and protein, helping regulate blood sugar and keeping you feeling full longer. That means fewer cravings, less energy dips, and a steadier energy flow throughout the day. No more sudden afternoon fatigue, no more late morning brain fog, just the consistent power your body craves. What's even more appealing is how familiar this bread can become. Toasted and topped with almond butter and a dash of cinnamon, or paired with avocado and a sprinkle of sea salt, or enjoyed warm with a poached egg for breakfast. This isn't sacrifice. These are acts of self-care, and over time, they help you rebuild your relationship with food, replacing fear with confidence. Many seniors tell me that switching to sprouted grain bread gave them back something they didn't know they'd lost: the ability to enjoy bread again without guilt, to eat both deliciously and nutritiously, transforming breakfast from something to dread or avoid into something to look forward to. And just when you think bread can't get any more surprising, wait until you discover how a humble bowl of oats transforms into one of the gentlest, most diabetes-friendly breads around. It's not just about what's healthy, it's about what's healing. Let's take a closer look. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now, let's move on to number 2. 2. Oatmeal bread, gentle sweetness from Mother Earth. There's a quiet dignity in oatmeal bread, a humble slice that doesn't need to boast but offers so much when you take the time to understand it. For seniors living with diabetes, oatmeal bread provides not only nourishment, but also a sense of calm in a world full of confusing food choices. It's not flashy, it's not trendy, but it's undeniably one of the most comforting and supportive foods you can bring back into your daily life. Oats have long been a staple in American kitchens. Steaming bowls on chilly mornings, oatmeal cookies in lunchboxes, and jars of rolled oats tucked away in a pantry corner. But when oats are baked into bread, especially when combined with whole grains and a touch of natural sweetness like cane syrup or raw honey, they create something truly special. A bread that soothes the body while gently stabilizing blood sugar. Unlike bread made from refined white flour, oatmeal bread is rich in beta-glucan, a soluble fiber that slows digestion and helps regulate blood glucose levels. For older adults whose insulin sensitivity decreases with age, this is not just helpful, it's essential. The slow release of carbohydrates into the bloodstream means no spikes, no crashes, instead a steady, sustained energy that keeps you working throughout the day with clarity and strength. But oatmeal bread is more than just fiber. It's packed with naturally occurring nutrients, magnesium, iron, B vitamins that support heart health, brain function, and metabolism. And because oats are naturally gluten-free, many seniors with sensitive digestive systems find oatmeal bread easier to digest, resulting in less bloating, less discomfort, and more satisfaction after a meal. This is mindful eating at its finest, beneficial not just for blood sugar, but for your overall well-being. The emotional comfort of oatmeal bread is also real. The soft crumb and gentle sweetness evoke simpler times. Toasted in the morning and spread with a little almond butter and cinnamon, it's not only a healthy treat, but also a small act of self-care. Or enjoy a slice alongside a bowl of soup in the afternoon. It warms you, grounds you, and reminds you that health isn't about restriction, but about making smarter choices with familiar foods. Many seniors are surprised at how quickly oatmeal bread becomes a reliable part of their day. It's a small change, but a change that opens the door to better digestion, more energy, and a renewed relationship with food rooted in trust and joy. And if a slice of oatmeal bread can do that, wait until you rediscover a childhood favorite, cinnamon raisin bread, perhaps the warmest and most diabetes-friendly surprise on this list. Let's explore why. 3. Cinnamon raisin. Whole wheat bread. Sweetness but safe. There's a profound nostalgia in cinnamon raisin bread. It reminds many of us of crisp autumn mornings, the scent of cinnamon permeating the house, and quiet breakfasts with warm coffee. It's the bread of memories, and for seniors, especially those managing diabetes, it's often one of the first things they think they have to give up. Sweetness, raisins, cinnamon, it feels indulgent, risky, forbidden. But what if that familiar slice, when carefully crafted, could actually support your blood sugar instead of sabotaging it? The secret lies in the ingredients and how you view food, not as temptation, but as an opportunity for balance. Traditional cinnamon raisin bread is often made with refined flour and plenty of added sugar. But when made with whole wheat flour, this bread transforms from a sugar trap into a fiber-rich, slow-digesting choice that works with your body. The whole grains provide structure, while cinnamon brings something more subtle and profound, a natural aid to blood sugar control. Studies have shown that cinnamon helps improve insulin sensitivity and slows the absorption of glucose into the bloodstream. It's not just flavor, it's function. Then there are the raisins, adding natural sweetness, but also fiber and antioxidants. The key is portion and pairing. When eaten in moderation and alongside protein or healthy fats, like a dollop of almond butter or a slice of cheddar cheese, the once feared sweetness becomes both safe and satisfying. It reminds you that pleasure and discipline can coexist in the same meal. But perhaps the most powerful thing about whole wheat cinnamon raisin bread is what it brings emotionally. For many seniors, food isn't just nutrition, it's a connection to the past, to family, to joy. When you bite into a warm slice and taste the familiar blend of spices and fruit, you're not just nourishing your body, you're reclaiming joy without regret. And that matters. That matters because diabetes doesn't have to erase tradition. It doesn't have to mean giving up everything sweet. Instead, It invites you to rediscover those pleasures with new knowledge, opting for recipes using fewer ingredients, less sugar, and more whole foods, or choosing a reputable store-bought brand that lists whole grains first and keeps added sugar to a minimum. That way, you're not surrendering, you're taking control. And just when you think you've made peace with sweet breads, there's another kind that's even closer to the heart, soft, golden, and brimming with memories of Sunday mornings and kitchen warmth. Let's talk about banana bread and why it doesn't have to be banished. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. Now, let's continue with number 4. 4. Almond banana bread, reimagined for your health. Few scents warm a home like the aroma of banana bread baking in the oven. It's a reminder of Sunday mornings, family kitchens, and simpler times, when sweetness came from a bowl of overripe fruit and a mother's gentle hand stirring in a well-worn ceramic bowl. For many seniors, banana bread is more than a delicious treat. It's a memory. But when you're living with diabetes, it's also often one of the first things you're advised to give up. Too much sugar, too many carbs, too risky. And so, like many other joys, it slowly disappears from the kitchen. But what if we told you that banana bread doesn't have to be eliminated, just reimagined? The truth is, with a few intentional changes, this classic American treat can become a deeply nourishing part of your daily routine, supporting your blood sugar instead of disrupting it. The key is respecting both flavor and function. Instead of white flour, we start with almond flour or oat flour, naturally richer in fiber and protein, helping slow digestion and keep blood sugar stable. 1 or 2 ripe bananas provide ample natural sweetness without the need for added sugars. And by incorporating finely chopped walnuts, you're adding healthy fats, magnesium, and omega-3s that reduce inflammation and improve insulin sensitivity. This isn't about making banana bread bland, it's about making it smarter. A dash of cinnamon helps stabilize blood sugar and highlights the familiar warm flavor. A pinch of sea salt brings balance, and perhaps the most crucial ingredient, intention. When you bake or choose an almond banana bread that respects your health, each bite becomes more meaningful. Many seniors find this version of banana bread to be a revelation. It's not only kinder to the body, but also brings back something many thought they'd lost: the joy of baking, the joy of sharing, the joy of belonging at the table. Enjoyed warm with a dollop of unsweetened Greek yogurt or a slice alongside a cup of tea, it brings more than just comfort. It brings confidence. You're not cheating. You're not breaking the rules. You're choosing ingredients that serve your health while honoring your history. That's the kind of relationship with food we all deserve, especially in our later years, when comfort is more important than ever, but so is control. And just when you think this journey of discovering better breads is nearing its end, there's another one waiting for you. It's not sweet in the traditional sense, but its flavor is robust, its benefits surprising, and it may be the oldest bread with the newest promise. Let's talk about sourdough bread and why it might be the most gut-friendly slice of all. 5. Sourdough bread, an old friend with new benefits. There's something timeless about sourdough bread. The tangy aroma, the satisfying crackle as you tear into a crusty loaf, the way it pairs perfectly with a bowl of hot soup or a sharp slice of cheese. It's the bread that has quietly weathered the test of time. For many older Americans, sourdough bread isn't just food. It's a memory, a comfort, a familiar guest at the table through decades of change. And now, as we age and navigate new chapters of health, especially with diabetes, sourdough bread is coming back into the spotlight, not just for its flavor, but for its surprising functionality. What makes sourdough bread different isn't just the taste, but the process. Unlike commercially produced breads made with fast-acting yeast and refined flour, sourdough is traditionally fermented using wild yeast and lactic acid bacteria. That lengthy fermentation process works magic. It breaks down a significant portion of the bread's natural starches and gluten, lowering its glycemic impact and making it easier to digest. That means fewer sugar spikes, less bloating, and more stable energy, something every senior managing blood sugar appreciates. but the benefits of sourdough go even deeper. During fermentation, beneficial compounds called prebiotics are formed, fibers that nourish the good bacteria in your gut. A healthy gut isn't just about digestion, it's tied to immune health, brain clarity, even emotional balance. For seniors who may be experiencing issues like indigestion or medication side effects, sourdough can gently support your system without overwhelming it. The lactic acid produced during fermentation also helps your body absorb minerals like magnesium, zinc, and iron more effectively, nutrients that many older adults are deficient in. And then there's the emotional comfort. There's something special about slicing into a sourdough loaf. The chewy crumb, the slightly tangy flavor, it feels authentic, natural. It invites you to slow down, to savor. Toasted with olive oil and cracked pepper used to make a turkey sandwich with avocado, enjoyed warm with fresh cheese or tomatoes. This isn't indulgence. These are small acts of nourishment, rituals that can bring structure and meaning to your day. Many seniors are surprised to learn that sourdough bread, when made traditionally and eaten in moderation, can be one of the most blood sugar-friendly breads around. It's not just about what you eat, but how your body responds. And with sourdough, the response is often stable, supportive, and gentle. It's a reminder that the old ways, slow, patient, thoughtful, often hold the deepest wisdom. So sourdough bread may look like a regular loaf, but in the right hands and in moderation, it can become a powerful ally in your journey toward healthy aging. It's about embracing the familiar in a smarter, kinder way. But as we celebrate these better bread choices, there's another side of the story we can't ignore. Because while some breads can help you feel balanced and strong, others can silently work against you. The real question is which ones, and are they in your kitchen right now? Let's take a closer look. 6. Breads to be mindful of. In a world where the bread aisle stretches longer than ever, with shelves overflowing with colorful packaging, bold health claims, and the illusion of easy choices, it's easy to forget that not all breads are created with your health in mind, especially as we age, and especially for those managing diabetes. It's more crucial than ever to look beyond the label and truly understand what we're bringing into our homes and our bodies. Certain breads, familiar and beloved though they may be, silently work against our efforts to maintain balance and well-being. Take white bread, for instance. Soft, fluffy, and often synonymous with childhood sandwiches, white bread is typically made from highly refined flour, stripped of the fiber, nutrients, and natural balance that slows down sugar absorption. Without those elements, it digests rapidly, leading to a blood sugar spike that leaves you feeling fatigued, irritable, or even dizzy. It's a momentary pleasure, but it doesn't support the stable energy your body needs to thrive in your later years. Then there's light bread, those labeled low-fat or low-calorie, seemingly healthy choices on the surface. Many of these breads compensate for fewer calories with increased starches, emulsifiers, or added sugars, leaving you craving more. They might be lower in fat, but they often have a higher glycemic impact, potentially worsening your blood sugar control. One seemingly innocent slice, but over time, the cumulative effect can be both physically and mentally draining. And let's not overlook the sweet breads from the bakery or the flavored rolls commonly found in retail stores and grocery aisles. Cinnamon crunch, blueberry swirl, honey glazed. These are closer to pastries than bread, often loaded with sugar and refined carbohydrates. What looks like a light morning treat might actually contain as much sugar as a candy bar, with almost no fiber or protein to help your body process it. Even multigrain bread isn't always what it seems. Unless the label clearly states whole grain or 100% whole wheat as the primary ingredient, what you may be buying is a loaf artificially colored brown with molasses or caramel coloring, offering minimal nutritional value. It's bread dressed up to look healthy, but not truly supporting your system. And here's the hard truth. Even breads marketed as diabetes-friendly can be misleading. Marketing terms aren't always backed by regulation, and a long list of unfamiliar ingredients often signifies more processing, more additives, and fewer health benefits. The simpler the ingredients, the easier your body understands them. making it easier to maintain stable energy, digestion, and blood sugar. Caution isn't about fear, it's about awareness. It's about reading labels, asking questions, and remembering that each bite is a choice, an opportunity to support or stress your system. And the good news is, once you know what to avoid, what remains on the table is even more powerful: food that loves you back. Now that we've explored the breads to approach with caution, there's one final truth to uncover, the message that connects it all. Because ultimately, this journey isn't just about bread. It's about you, your daily rhythm, and how small changes can lead to a brighter life. Let's bring it all home. The final word, the balance of bread and the life you deserve. As we age, food becomes more than nourishment. It becomes a silent reflection of how we care for ourselves. And in the narrative of healthy aging, bread plays a more profound role than most of us realize. It's not simply about carbohydrates or calories, but about memories, traditions, nurture, and the rituals that have shaped our lives over decades. For many seniors, especially those managing diabetes, bread is often viewed as the enemy, a pleasure we're advised to avoid, an indulgence we're told to forgo. But that story isn't complete. The truth is, not all breads are detrimental, and not all indulgence is dangerous. With the right knowledge, the right choices, and a little curiosity, bread can once again be a source of health, joy, and even healing. The 5 breads we explored, sprouted grain, oat, whole wheat cinnamon raisin, banana-walnut, and sourdough, aren't exotic or hard to find. They're practical, accessible, and familiar. What sets them apart is how they're made, how they work with the body, and how they respect the changes that come with age. These breads digest slowly, are rich in fiber, are often naturally fermented or gently sweetened, and most importantly, they respect your body's wisdom instead of fighting it. Mindful bread consumption isn't about perfection, it's about paying attention to how you feel after you eat. Do you feel nourished, stable, alert, or do you feel confused, fatigued, and unsatisfied? Your body is speaking, and as we learn to listen, we begin to replace fear with empowerment. You aren't too old to change. You aren't too late to heal. Each slice of bread you choose mindfully is a small act of defiance against the myth that aging equals decline. It doesn't. Aging mindfully means being discerning, means returning to yourself, means eating in a way that pleases both body and mind. So the next time you reach for bread, whether it's for a sandwich, morning toast, or a warm companion to your soup, pause and remember that you have choices, and within those choices lies a power, a quiet strength that says, I still matter, my health still matters, and I still deserve joy at my table. Your journey isn't about restriction, it's about rediscovery. And the best part is, you've already taken the first step. These lessons aim to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you learned and plan to apply to your own life. Let's support each other on this journey of embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with a 1. Otherwise, feel free to comment with a 0. Your feedback means a great deal to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and may you live your life on your own terms.